Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Just got home from work. Gonna do a beer review. So here we go. Victory. Merry Monkey. Now, I've had this on the channel before. A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, years ago. And I remember it being an absolute spice bomb that I didn't find very enjoyable to drink. So, let's try it again. Dirty Glass Mafia. Let's see. There you go. Just got some Sacrilegium on vinyl in the mail from Poland. So that's cool. Came all the way from over there. That's crazy. Alright. Streaming carbonation. It was. Not so much anymore. It's kind of light. No head to speak of, though. It's crazy. This is 10% alcohol by volume. Belgian style ale with cranberry, orange peel, cinnamon, and nutmeg. 10% alcohol by volume from Darlington, Pennsylvania. Still there. So, no head at all. It almost seems like Merry Monk is the kind of like verses to Mad Elf from Trogs. That's our answer, if you know what I mean. My eyes got a little itchy for some reason. So, sorry if they look a little weird. Cheers. They definitely get like a cinnamon nutmeg vibe. Ethanol alcohol is kind of wafting through here. Soft kind of grainy breadiness. Coriander. I think I'd almost get a hint of that cranberry too. Alright, cheers. This is very light bodied. Light on a little bit, almost everything, honestly. I remember having it before a couple years ago. I don't know if they just purposely toned it down or whatever, but it was like intense on the spices were just overwhelming. It almost tastes like a very light golden ale with the spices. You know what I mean? It's a very light beer. Because it's light and the flavors are a little bit more subtle, it could go with a lot of food, which is cool. It's 10%. You can tell it's boozy, so you can tell it is alcoholic, but I wouldn't say 10% if I guessed. I wouldn't be like, oh, that's obviously 10%. What are you doing? It's crazy phone. You know, I wouldn't say, oh yeah, that taste definitely tells me like there's 10%. Now, it definitely shows that there's some ABV to it, though. Like with the ethanol, you're breathing the alcohol. Not a lot of burning, just breathing it. So, got an itchy nose, which is always good. Goddamn nose hairs. This is really light. Soft breadiness. Very subtle, like cinnamon nutmeg. I don't understand. I'm not exactly. I'm glad it's not a spice bomb like it was, because for me it was very abrasive and hard to drink. This is actually. I don't want to sound like I'm just picking and picking. This is too light in everything else. Like the body is light. The actual malt base is light. I think the spices are okay for the fact that everything's so light, because it is light as well, if you know what I mean. If they would bump the malt base up, they could bring some of that spice with it. Because there definitely is spice in this. You can taste it. I just burped it all back up. But it's not beating me up like it was when I had that years ago on the channel. So, however, though, Belgian style ale with cranberries, orange peel, cinnamon, and nutmeg, 10%. I would call this textbook. I would call this a solid beer. It's a very solid beer. It's easy. It's approachable. It's drinkable. We go with a lot of food. This variant that I've had is very light, very nuancy, very lacking, I guess you want to say, in a certain aspect. Now, I won't go 7.5. Probably go like 8. 8 out of 10. I think it just needs a little bit more, you know what I mean? Just a little bit more, not spice, but like beefy base for the malts. Just a bigger, little bit more of a platform for everything to sit on. Why do my nose look all red? I don't know. It's just fucking light. Just makes me look like shit. I know I look like shit, but this light seems to emphasize my shitty lookingness. So there you go. Still look like shit, but looks a little bit better. So there you go. Yep, so this vintage 2022, baby. I'll give this one an 8 out of 10. It's been Paul for PABrewNews. Cheers. Watch that finger. Here it comes. Bye-bye. Woo!